Vlog number 3. Hello everyone, Faith McMass here for my Toastmasters Journey. Thank you for joining in again. Meeting number 3 was exciting. So much took place. I did do my Icebreaker Speech, which is my first speech in my Toastmasters Journey through Pathways. It's a 4 to 6 minute speech. It's often where they suggest you sharing parts of yourself with the group as a whole. They're still getting to know you. So share a little bit about yourself. Again, it's a 4 to 6 minute speech. One thing you can do in the process of getting prepared for a speech is there is continued education on your Pathways journey that I officially have a folder now for Toastmasters as well. That happened. And you can print off checklists for this phase of the journey. You can also do speech outline worksheet. It kind of guides you through. There's a couple pages of that. And they help you develop your speech. And then there's tutorials to further describe that speech in particular. But again, the Icebreaker Speech is mostly an opportunity for you to acquaint yourself with your group and in the form of public speaking. So it's usually an exciting one. For many, it's a nervous point, but you just never know what's really going to come out of that moment. Attached to this video is my icebreaker titled, I'm Proud to Be Here. And you can see how that went. I did pretty good at my time. I think it was 5 minutes and 15 seconds it came out as. So I stayed in my time frame. That's good. You'll see some of the nervousness. You'll see some of the mistakes. But hopefully you see my heart in it. Also, in the last meeting, fun stuff, we had the word of the meeting, which was toxic. I did not effectively use the word enough in my meeting. I think it's because I was so focused on the speech side of things that I whipped it out of doing that. But toxic, poisonous, relating to or caused by poison, very bad, unpleasant, or harmful. Toxic. So I also got a word for best speaker. There was 2 speeches given specifically on that day, and my co-member did an amazing job. Again, I think it's that newness they're awarding me for, but maybe not. Either way, it does feel good to have recognition, as I mentioned in the last blog and the previous blog. Also, in this last meeting, something exciting happened. We voted on some new officers. The reason we voted on some new officers is it's that time of year in the Toastmasters year calendar, that is, and it was time to reassess the officers, see if anybody wanted to step off a position or run for a position. And we have a couple members that are moving out of the city area and moving forward and probably will join a Toastmasters somewhere else. So their offices came up for grabs. There was 3 offices for grabs, and we're a little bit smaller club, and like I said, I'm all in. I'm eager to get here. I'm eager to do this, taking this all the way to the championship. So I jumped on board, and I am the new Girl and Communicators Club's secretary and treasurer. I'm really excited about this. This actually involves getting some more education. You've got to go attend some academic seminar kind of settings and learn more about your role in the organization and in your club. So that's exciting too. That's on top of my regular Toastmasters journey. So I look forward to sharing all that with you all in this journey as well. And without further delay, subscribe today. And here's my icebreaker.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Faith McMass. Again, that rhymes with badass. That was on purpose. I am so proud to be here today. I'm so proud to be a Toastmaster. Do you know why I'm so proud? I'll hold back tears already. Do you know why I'm so proud? Because the 12-year-old me that ran for class president in 6th grade and gave her first speech is proud. That's why I'm proud today. Now, about 5 months ago, 2 months after we moved to Texas, I needed to go to the grocery store. I was at home and I needed to go to the grocery store, okay? And I found myself unable to walk out of my front door. I was paralyzed in fear, anxiety, stress, nothing specific was out there, you see. I literally needed to walk out the door and go to the store. And I couldn't do it. I could not leave the safety of my home. I found myself in my backyard, which is another safe place for me, by the way, in my backyard, in a feeble position, full of fear and anxiety, shaking a little bit like I am now. But this wasn't a good shake by any means. This is a good shake. I was shaking in fear, and I was doing this. I was pulling at my own skin. I wanted out of my body. I was having what some might call a panic attack, an anxiety attack. I was breaking down. How did I get here? How was I there? 29 years old, freaking out in my backyard, not able to leave my house. Okay, let's go back. Not quite to 6th grade. Junior high, high school. I still loved that sensation I had in 6th grade when I gave my first speech. I felt purpose. I was like, this is what I'm going to do the rest of my life. So in junior high and high school, I continued to pursue it. You name it, I joined it. Heck, I even started a couple just so I could speak some more. It led me to great places. National Young Leaders Conference, Global Young Leaders Conference, traveling. I spoke in the Egyptian Embassy in Australia. Okay? Girls State, Girls Nation. Came back, American Legion Auxiliary said, MC for us, MC for us. Great. My last speech in high school was at graduation. I was class president, and it was the first time in our high school's history that the class president actually gave a speech. So, my speech topic. This is going to blow your minds. You ready for it? Be true to yourself. That was the theme of the speech. It went great, almost flawlessly. I had that passion that was burning inside me. I wanted to go on as I went into adulthood. Well, I went into adulthood, and I've spent the last 12 years in this adulthood, as we call it. And all I've done is mess it up. Okay, I did a couple good things right. One, marry my wife. Probably the most right thing I've ever done. Rest of it, though, I've been messing it up. I've made mistakes. You know what I did? I took all that confidence and purpose and hope I had, and I broke it down and I beat it over the head with insecurities, with guilt, shame. Oh, adults, we love guilt and shame. We saturate in that stuff. And I started watering these weeds. You know what these weeds were choking? That 12-year-old me, choking the life out of them. Okay? So, 2014, another opportunity to speak popped up. It was a new ventures competition. I was in competition for capital for a business plan. I made it top 3. I didn't win, but this is not that speech. What I did do, though, is I got to public speak again. I got to do it, and I was so excited. But I was more nervous than I'd ever been. Back in the day, when I was young, I was confident. This time I was petrified. Shaking again, kind of like I am now. Petrified. And I was like, what changed? What happened? So that thought lingered on. Let's get back to me in my backyard, pulling my skin, wanting out of my own flesh. I was like, why is this? What is it in me that wants out of me? You know what I mean? It seems, why would you want to be out of yourself? What is that? Well, through this little journey that has only started now, but it's got a long way to go, I started searching in and having a self-realization of what I was choking was that 12-year-old. And the only way to get back to that purposeful me, confident me, was to make that 12-year-old proud. So every morning, I wake up and I go, how am I going to make 12-year-old me proud today? What am I going to do that? I am proud to be at Toastmasters in your journey, starting my journey, because I'm staying true to that 12-year-old. And little by little, we will get rid of the weeds and replace with a wonderful garden full of many speeches. Thank you.